friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie or Cakes, and I'm actually filming from my new DJI Osmo Pocket 3. So this is like a new setup a little bit. I also have this wireless mic now, and I'm just like, whoa, this feels so different. But anyways, my face is basically done already. I am going to see if I can zoom in because I have a new palette on my hands. I was in a very bad mood. I've had a very awful cycle this time around, so I've been in just a lot of pain, and I'm also coming down with a cold. But my partner was like, we went shopping at Target and they said, do you like that? Do you want that? And I said, no, you don't have to get it for me, and they still did. So we're doing a quick little review of the Blue Velvet palette from Colourpop. And then I also got another brown lippy from Colourpop that I want to test out. And it is in the shade Chain Reaction. I'm hoping that it's not as red as it kind of looks. Like, it looks like there's a red undertone to it when I really like my browns to be true, deep, dark browns. I don't really like red browns for lip liner. But we'll see. But we're actually just going to get into the eyeshadow look. For primer, because I want the blue to really pop, I'm going to go in with my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Fairest. And let's use this brush to buff that out. I'm actually going to add just a little bit more. Okay, so we're actually going to start with this brush right here. Blues tend to be quite powdery, in my opinion. I know that they are a little bit harder to formulate. I know purples are very difficult to formulate. And Colourpop, the palette consistency, it just varies. A lot of their mattes are typically quite powdery, but they're very, very pigmented. So it's like, oh. So let's get a first-hand look up nice and close. Yeah, I really, really like all of the shades. Minus, I think this is a glitter. It might be a pressed glitter. I don't really like pressed glitters that much anymore. But I think I'm still gonna enjoy this. So before my eyes start creasing, which they already are, I think I'm gonna do two looks. So two different looks. We're gonna have to go quickly. And I'm still learning how to... Oh, there we go. Oh! Oh! Sorry. You know what? That's good enough for me. So I think I'm actually going to dip into Fave Jeans. This one right here. Oh. I feel like it looks even more vibrant on camera too. I also didn't powder down, so that's my fault. When I inevitably get a ton of... Ooh. That's nice. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. A little more. Okay, I'm gonna grab a fluffy brush. Let's do this. It's like an Anastasia duo-ended. It's a little scratchy, but it's fine. I think I'm gonna go into... Ooh, what would work best? Let's try... Oh, they've also got some mattes with pressed shimmer, Forever Mood and Dabadi? It's Forever Mood. This is Dabadi. I think everything looks even more saturated on camera, but it's a lot more muted in person. I think I'm actually going to go with this one right here. And the ones with suspended shimmer in them tend to be super powdery. So I'm just going to take my time to build this up. The more I spread it out, you can actually see the shimmer in this shade a lot better than your typical Colourpop suspended shimmer shade. So that makes me really happy. It's building up really well. I don't want to do too much. And I am going to bring back in some more of that jean shade, just a little bit more. It's very pretty. I do like it. And I also like them together more than I thought I would. I'm going to blend them in a bit more. Pretty good, pretty good. Bring it all the way down. Okay, now I'm just going to straight up cover the rest of the lid with a shimmer, call it a day. So out of the available shimmers, there's only 3. Ophelia is just, it's silver with kind of bluish undertone, I think. And then we've got Evil Eye, which is a really, really nice blue. And then this, I'm positive it's a glitter. Oh, I really don't want to use that. Let's go with Evil Eye. Smooth, buttery, probably a Super Shock. I do really like their Super Shocks. Oh, wow. I always like to go on with my finger and then I'll fix it up with a brush. I'm gonna add just a little more. This is what we're working with. Whoa. It's really, really pigmented. Gonna add some more at, oh, that's actually the wrong shade. That was at midnight. I was about to dip into this one when I meant to go for this one. Can I get some of this shade back in? Can add some of that light blue again. And then for the inner corner, I'm just going to go for the only silver in the middle. So this is what we're working with right now. I think it's okay. It's nothing crazy. The shades actually blended really, really well. I know that I keep looking this way. It's because I don't have a viewfinder for the Osmo Pocket. The viewfinder is my phone, so I keep having to like look down. I'm gonna have to rearrange where I set my phone so I can keep looking forward and then also be looking at the camera. So that's something that I'm gonna have to work on. Add a little bit more blue right here. Yeah, all in all, I do think that it's really, really pretty. Everything applied fine. Do I think this is better from some other 9 pans that I had in the past? For sure, for sure. And I've actually sold, I think, all of them off by now. But we are going to pat down the other side because it definitely began to crease. Yeah, it did pretty badly too. Okay, So instead of starting with the darkest shade, I'm actually going to start with a mid-tone shade. We've used Fave Jeans, we've used Daba D, we've used I Feel You, we've used Evil Eye. So we're basically just going to use the other 4 and maybe that pressed glitter. But for now, I'm actually going to start with Lagoon, this really nice one right here. It's also kind of got a purple quality to it, and I really like that about it. Again, they're buildable, they're applying super well. I definitely like these ones, even though I don't like that it's in plastic. I know that this was from like a newer run of monochromatic palettes that they came out with that you could find at like Target, which is where I got this one. And yeah, I think it's pretty nice. I don't know where I'm going with this shape. I feel like I'm kind of doing way too much. But we are going to swap on over. I'm actually going to go with Capri, which is this really nice bright blue. It does look different, also different shape. I kind of made the wing a bit higher than I meant to, but that's fine. I can use a smaller brush to kind of help shape this wing a bit more. It was looking a bit patchy, but now it is pretty buildable as well. It's a lot higher than I meant for it to go, but oh well, we're here. All I can do is adapt. I'm also gonna dip back into Lagoon, that very first like bluish purple. Okay, so now I've used Lagoon, I've used Capri. Let's dip into At Midnight, the deepest shade that's in this palette. Oh, sheet powdery. It's now a bit on the muddy side, which is not what I wanted, but I'm just going to have to see if I can buff it out. And I'm going to try that very last lighter blue, which is called Forever Mood. It's very icy. I'm just going to put it in the inner corner and blend it outward. You know what? I decided for this eye, because there's only a little bit of lid space that's uncovered, I'm just going to cover it with another matte. I'm not going to add a shimmer to that side. Or I guess I could use the glitter. You know, this eye did turn out kind of not how I meant for it to be. Oh, it's an interesting glitter though. It's pretty too. But it's the kind of glitter that's like packed and a little on the sticky side, so sometimes it just won't leave your finger, and I don't like that. some of it just won't get off my finger. Oh god. But it's a very pretty color. And it's a bit darker on camera. I'm not sure if you can tell, but this side is a bit lighter than this side, even though on camera they look very, very similar. In person, they do not look the same. Like, I can see spots where it just won't stick down. And I hate that. I hate that so much. Okay. We're done attempting with the glitter. The end result is very pretty. Oh, I see glitter fallout. That's unfortunate. But yeah, not my favorite. We are gonna go back in with a bit more of that very light blue though, called Forever Mood. Gonna add some more in of Lagoon, that very first like bluish purple. And then lastly, we're gonna add in some At Midnight, that deepest blue, to blend into the glitter. That's what this one's looking like. I can see it's a little bit patchy at the end corner. I'm not too upset about it though. It was a shade Capri. So I tap, tap, tap. It's a bit better. So we've got two very different eye looks, two very different eye shapes going on. I'm also going to go ahead and put some shade on my under eye. Might as well, going into Fave Jean. See if I can connect them. How do we feel? I don't hate it. I kind of like that. And then right underneath it, I'm just going to put a little bit of Dabadi, that light blue that I also used on this eye. Kind of blend it out. Make it a bit softer. Okay, this is what this eye is looking like. And then I'm basically going to do the exact same thing on the other eye, except I'm going to use At Midnight, which was the most powdery shade so far. I don't know if I can get that glitter to go away. No, it is here to stay in all of its sticky glory. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add more. Because why not? More At Midnight. Spread it lower. And then I'm going to dip into Wavy, which is that pressed glitter. It does come off onto the brush, but will it apply to my skin? I don't know. Yep. Sure will. Barely. So I spread a little bit more. And the last thing I want to do is I actually want to add some of this to the center here. Just a little bit. Oh, whoops. Accidentally added too much, so I'm going to add back in some more Evil Eye. And just kind of blend them into each other. And you know what? I've got some left over on my fingers, so I'm just going to Get it right here. Okay. I think we did it. Let me zoom us out. Okay, this is what we're looking like with the eyes, two very different shapes going on. How do we feel? How do we feel? Let me put on some mascara and a little bit of eyeliner. For eyeliner, I actually decided I wanted to go with a dark brown, but I may just have to go with black because I covered up too much of my lid in the first place. We're just going to use this Rare Beauty Perfect Strokes. Okay, here's that liner. It's going to have to be a completely different shape to go with this elongated shape that I've got on accident. Oh, and this is also getting dry. Oh, it's time. It's time. It can go. It's dead. But the shape came out fine. As you can see, I elongated it to go along with the shape that I've got. And then this one is a lot shorter because I don't have that elongated shape at all. So two very different eye looks, two very different eyeliner looks that we've got. I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Big Mood black, like, volumizing mascara. I actually really like it. I just did a review doing a full face of e.l.f. product. I like the shape. I didn't really talk about it too much, but I really ended up liking the shape. So anytime I do my makeup, I've actually been reaching for it a lot. I also got the travel size of, I think it's like Lash It Loud or something like that. Something about volume again. I have not tested that out just yet. It's more of like a backup at this point. And this was a part of my free birthday gift set. I got 2 of these, so I also have another backup, which is nice. So I will not need mascara in a while. I will not need a new one, which is great. Okay, got some mascara action going on. Again, I just like the way it makes my lashes look. Do I think it lasts? Sort of. It's fine. And so now we are going to try this new Colourpop lip liner in the shade Chain Reaction, because I am on the search for another brown that I'll hopefully like as much as I like K-Pop and Shayla BFF4. That one is almost done. I have a brown from Glamlight. It is the Tiff liner. It's got like a reddish, ruddy undertone. It's fine though. And then I just got another brand new one from e.l.f., one of the $2 like glide-on ones in Deep Cocoa. Amazing, phenomenal. So far my favorite. And so now we have Chain Reaction. So let's go ahead and put that on. Dang, it's nice. It glides on really nicely. It's just not as deep as I wanted it to be. But it is very nice and very soft. I like the shade, but again, it's not the deep brown that I'm searching for. I'm still going to use it though. I think it's really nice, and it does like help make a very nice even skin tone for my lips. It's basically the color of my lips, kind of. Yeah, I'm actually pleasantly surprised by this shade. Yeah, it's pretty. I do like it. But again, I just wish it was deep brown, not chocolate brown. As for what, I feel like if I put on a red, that's doing too much. Maybe just a really nice glitter gloss. I'm gonna use my Winx Club and Colourpop shade in, this is definitely Aisha? Yes, because it's blue. I like the whole collection. I did do a video on that as well. I'm like carefully wiping away the brown because I don't want to infect this. So I am like wiping after each swipe because I do want to keep the color blue. I think if I zoom in, you'll be able to see it better. Whee! There we go, that's much better. It's definitely really, really glossy. And now that I'm looking at it, I've actually used this one quite a bit. So it's not as full as I thought it would be. But that's good because I was gifted the entire set from my partner, not sponsored in any way. So I like want to make sure that I actually use everything that I have before I start getting more makeup. I used to be such like a maximalist and not really pay attention to the sheer amount of stuff that I had. And even now I'm still like growing out of that mentality that I need to have it all. I need to have the newest collection. I need the new collab. I need when I don't need any of it. And as a matter of fact, I really don't want any of it because most of it just looks boring to me. Or the brands that I would love to shop from, they've all like rubbed me the wrong way. I should do a video about the brands that I refuse to shop from. Let's be controversial for no reason. But like, would it really be controversial if it's true? Questions? Thoughts? I'm just saying. Okay, that should be everything. Okay, so we've got just some gloss on top, and I think it looks absolutely fine. And then I do want to put on some Moon Cruiser highlighter really quick. This is blue. It's from Kaleidos. I don't know if they still have it, sadly. I'm going to be using a Glam Goth Beauty brush. I think this is for contour, but it's fine. Kind of makes me look slick, which is really fun. As long as I don't add too much. And what I really love about these highlighters is that they're buildable, or depending on what type of brush you use, you can, ooh, that's pretty. You could pack it on like a lot. Like, I feel like this time I didn't put on too much. But yeah, this is basically the final look that I'm working with. The Blue Velvet palette honestly took me by surprise because as soon as I saw it, I was like, I love blues. I've worked with blue shadows so much. I do have other blue themed palettes, but nothing quite like this one. I think it has really nice tones. I do really love the shimmers. Even the glitter, after packing it on, it does stand out very nicely, and I do happen to like it. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Let me know your thoughts on the palette and on the lip liner. Again, I do wish that it was the deeper brown that I really like, but it runs really well with the gloss that I put on top. It glides on smoothly. I don't remember how much it was, maybe $6, $7, maybe $8, so not too pricey, but also not as cheap as $2 from e.l.f. I do like it. I think that this look came out very cute. Which eye side do we prefer? Do we prefer this one with the very short lash, or do we prefer this one with the very epic winged out lash? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!